Alrighty, welcome to another round of 8 final, set between Clan Argentine D and Corporación AOE, or CORP for short. Alright, these two teams are in the B category, so that is the middling level in Virgo Cup, but certainly very high level, I should say. Especially at this point, we have gone through a grueling 5-week group stage, which only the strongest teams survived. And of course, these two teams are among the strongest team, clearly. They made it this far. Which probably also means that the level is going to be insanely high going forward. I trust that. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm just going to change some colors around because I'm a color purist. I can't help myself. Also, I need to have red. You know, must have red. Against the law. If there's no red, I will make someone red. Alrighty. Let's introduce our players, shall we? In the red, we've got Kingpin playing as the Vietnamese. I like that. In the yellow, we've got Persians for Shadow. Very cool. In the purple, we've got Fefo 10 playing as the... Or Fefo... What's the word again? Oh crap, I forgot. Whoops. Alright, Fefo playing as the Mayans in the purple. Alright, in the teal we have Anakin playing as the Ethiopians. Alrighty. In the green we've got Nico Monte playing as the Franks. We do know that Nico Monte loves his cavalry, that's for sure. And then in the blue we've got Robledo Frias playing as the Koreans. Ooh, Koreans. Alright then. Now see, we weren't sure yet exactly where Koreans were going to be used. I thought it might have been Japanese, but I guess we're going to save Japanese for another map, probably Glaciar then. And we'll keep Koreans for this map. And this is fine. You know, I thought either of that could work. We were, of course, right about Franks and Ethiopians being the civs of choice for Arabia. What else would you pick, right? Of course, no surprises here for Clan Argentine D either. You know, honestly, Arabia is maybe the easiest to predict. Because it's basically just the same civilizations over and over again. And there's a good reason for that. They are the best civilizations, you know, with a few exceptions here and there. So yeah. Okay, I think I want to talk about... Let's talk about the Civ matchup first, you know, because there's not a whole lot to talk about there. So really, it will go pretty quick. So we have Mayans versus Ethiopians. It is quality over quantity or quantity over quality. I guess we will find out in this set. Because Ethiopians make archers that are some of the best archers in the game. They fire faster. 18% faster, in fact. Which makes them very dangerous, easy to micro. But Mayans get discounted archers. Therefore, they will naturally have more archers on the field than you will. You know, it's easier to produce. Right, Mayans are, you know, often go for 3 archery ranges in castellates instantly, maybe even 4 because they can afford it, right? So yeah, like I said, quantity versus quality, which is gonna win? We'll see. Between Persians and Franks. Now, Franks and Persians both have a lot of solid eco bonuses that makes them a very strong cavalry civ. I think Franks are overall the better cavalry civ, but Persians have Paladin. They have that extra attack versus archers, which is nice, and they have heavy camel, which Franks will tend to struggle against, obviously. So that's kind of the dynamic. You should not just go full camel, honestly, as a camel civ like Persians. I don't think that's a good idea because most of your bonuses apply to knights, and also it makes it really awkward to fight around your opponent's flank, right? Something that Hindustanis already struggle with, or Gurjaras. Instead, if you are going to mix in camels, I think you can actually focus more on green's base, more so than the flanks, because green can't defend himself against camels, right? Or just mix them in, that way you can take fights against green, but also not die when you encounter archers, something like that. Guess we'll see. Vietnamese versus Koreans, ironically also a very interesting matchup since it's both our defensive archer civs up against one another. So what's better, getting the archer armor upgrades for free or getting more HP on your archers? You tell me. I think archer armor doesn't... I mean, it helps you a little bit in fights against your opponent's archers, but really what matters is range, right? And getting your HP for free, it's kind of neat as well, but... I don't know, you know... Archer armor is still very important, especially if you're going to go for something like Korean war wagons, which I don't think we're going to get to see in a game like this. Team game Arabia is usually very meta. Only in certain situations do people stray from the meta, like if they have to. Like last series, when someone decided to go for Hussite wagons. Yes. And they actually did really well. So, not like it's impossible, but it usually doesn't happen. So we'll see. Now, I have casted both of these teams before as Purple comes forward with some militia for a sneak attack, but Teal is aware of that, hasn't scouted it, or did he scout it? He might have scouted that actually, like his scout ran into them. He did take some damage on his scout, so maybe that happened, and that's how he knew to be prepared here, so he's not going to be surprised by this. Like I said, I did cast both of these teams, but I haven't really seen them, well, go head-to-head, obviously. So I don't know how the teams stack up. And of course, these teams don't know that either until after this game. I guess we'll have to see who's going to be the better team now. Now, Purple is not going to get a whole lot of damage. Should at least not get a whole lot of damage with these militia, obviously. But he is causing a lot of idle time, a lot of awkward walls. This wood line is very, very inefficient now at this point. But again, not taking any damage, Teal is, so that's good. But still, this is all they're designed to do. This is what a Drush is designed to do. It's just to try to delay your opponent a little bit. I don't think it's really justified by the damage that that Purple was able to do, because Teal is still fine, right? He's getting his archer ranges up. It's a slight delay, a slight wood investment. It's fine. And now, they're just gonna look for the Drush, and then as soon as they have stronger scouts in feudal age, they will be able to take that out. Purple, though, is thinking about going to green and then decided to change his mind. Alright then. Purple going back to Teal's base now. Kind of wasting time a little bit then. Let's look at that. They're just like hawks, like vultures around Purple, trying to get a kill, waiting for the right moment to strike. And once they do strike, here we go. Okay, well, Purple doesn't want to take a fight right now. He's getting the Men at Armor upgrade, which is still, you can still afford that, but I think you should cancel it now. Cancel the Men at Armor upgrade. Cancel it. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Not worth it anymore. It's just not worth it anymore. Better to invest that gold and food in villagers and more archers. That's more important. So that's what I would do in this case. What most people would do, I'd say. What Purple just did. So no argument there, right? Alrighty. Well, Red did wall up the top side of his base. He's walling to the south. Is he gonna team wall with Yellow? What is this? Nah, he's just gonna wall up around his base. It's looking very wallable, honestly. Leaving a gap in the middle. You can't walk in there anyways because of the TC, so he's gonna be okay. Blue walled around his gold. I like that. Kind of similar to what Red did. So his gold will be safely behind his archery ranges, which is where you want them to be. For Purple has gold in the back. That will be safe gold if he gets this wall up. That is. As for Teal, where's his gold? Also in the back. And he has walled up the side as well, which is nice. But it still means that your opponent can still walk around your base and hit the back of your base. So you still need to wall that. But that's going to take a while. In the meantime, Teal is going to defend himself with aggression. Attacking together with Green right now. Trying to break through the walls. And neither side has Saracens on the team. So you won't be able to break through these walls faster than anyone else. But, Ethiopian archers firing faster still help a lot. Scouts are here as well. Purple tries to wall this up, but it's not going to happen. Oh, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Oh, just a second too late. And now you're losing that villager. Yeah, that's a nice kill there for Green and for Teal. They'll be very happy about that. And Purple is kind of on the back foot, walls in his villagers on the wood line, but that doesn't help you against archers because arrows tend to run over. And now Purple had to delete the lumber camp. Oh, disaster in Purple's base. Disaster. Excellent teamwork here from Green and Teal, getting a lot of value there, and Purple is down to 24 villagers. Now, if there's any civilization that you can get away with this sort of stuff, it will be Mayans. But it's going to be a hard road ahead, as Teal is still threatening the village on this side. And now Purple's going to go for an awkward panic tower here. And my god, Purple and Yellow are getting overrun right now. Absolutely overrun. Oh boy. Yeah, that tower's not going to go up, my friend. Not until you clean up this army. As Purple is still committing villages to this. And Green and Teal are loving this. Now, Yellow has finally brought in some scouts here, which is good. So he actually has more scouts than Green now. So they should be able to clear this up now. As, one more villager. Kill the vill. One more vill. Yeah. Oh, he got it. He got it. Nice. Very nice. Let's tally up the score, shall we? It's 32 villagers for Teal and 20 for Purple. I should say that Purple is on the back foot. While Teal now walking in with some more archers is going to lose that forest though, so that's unfortunate for him. I think he should probably either keep microing back or run away, something like that. Doing a good job at the running away and microing though. A lot of scouts going down, which is bad news for our clan Argentine, because now Yellow will not have the scouts to do a lot of damage on the other side, which is where Red is attacking. And between Red and Blue, it looks like Blue has more archers with the armor upgrade, of course, which Red also got just now. As Red is trying to take a fight now, but Blue's got way more archers than you do. But look at that. That's Vietnamese privilege for you. Look at that. Fewer archers, yet almost the same HP. Because, well, I mean, if you had full HP archers, you would have. Because of that bonus. Alright, well, Teal manages to sneak his way out of there by killing scouts, which is really good. So keeping some of his army alive as well. So that when Green sends in the reinforcements, they can continue the attack. Although Purple at this point is bad position. Also didn't have fletching. No wonder that the fight wasn't so good for him. So Wallville gets sniped by Red, and Blue is just going to defend. It makes sense that Blue would just defend here because his teammates are currently working on the other side, right? So they don't really have time to come and help Blue. At least Green doesn't. Blue has a lot of archers himself, can push this away. Again, Korean archers, you defend yourself. If you need a tower, you can just drop a tower whenever. Alright, well, we have Yellow and Green both clicking up at the same time, which is good sport from both of them. You know, very good macro on both sides. So in 2 minutes, we will have knights. There will be knights. Alright, the bear gets mercilessly executed as, oh boy. Ooh, that could have been bad. Green deleting the walls there to build a stable, but now here comes Red. And Red might get some snipes now. Now, the Red is probably going to lose his army now. Like, the Green knows about this now. Blue is chasing his army at the moment, so Green, they will probably clear this up. The question is, how much damage can Red do until then? Is that a hole? No. Looks like a hole, though, doesn't it? Alright, Purple also joining the party, as Green is like Xing the crap out of Red's army. He's like, X. As Red has the hill, but fewer numbers, so has to run away. As the vultures are circling the soon-to-be dead bodies of Red's archers, as Green is trying to block a little bit, and Red just ignores that and micros away, kind of like Teal did earlier. Still being chased, though. We got some annoying scouts in the wood line as well, though. Are they gonna get a kill? Green is very preoccupied over on the other side now. There's a kill. Boop. There you go. Nice. Alright, castellates for both Green and Yellow. Yellow is slightly faster, of course. And Red still running away from this, is slowly losing his numbers though, and Blue's still chasing this, but Red is bringing in the reinforcements. Oh boy, he's leading Blue right where he wants them. Red has more archers, the defender's advantage, and the hill. Blue is walking straight into a trap. Oh, Blue. Oh, Blue. Don't do it, Blue. Don't do it. Ay. Yeah, Blue backing up to his own hill now. Was surprised by that amount of archers there. You know, maybe chasing your opponent that far is not the smartest idea, because if you let them lead you somewhere, then you don't control where you're going, right? And they do. And they might just send you to a place where you do not want to be. Alrighty, well, we haven't talked a whole lot about Purple and Teal. Looks like Purple did kind of hit the wood line, taking some revenge on Teal, but still, Purple is at 32 villages, Teal at 42, and Teal's on the way to Castellate. Purple, still quite a ways out. You know, has his farming economy finally up, but it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. And also, these are Dark Age farms, just so you know. So, it's gonna take a lot of wood to replenish those as well. So, it's a double whammy, isn't it? Alright. Oh, looks like we have ourselves a fight brewing on the left as the Knights are coming to Red side. Oh boy, they probably realize Purple is far behind, so he's not a threat right now. Now, some teams then say you should go to Purple, right? Go to Purple and finish him off. As, oh, Green forgot about the armor upgrades. No wonder those Knights died so fast. Ooh, that's not so good. That's not so good. That Knight died really quickly. It's archers. Archers with fletching can still kill Knights without armor, that's for sure. Alright, while Teal's still defending himself, he will have crossbows in a second, which means that Purple can be nowhere near this. He also has a giant army too, so he could totally move out if he wanted to. Although, the fact that Green is massing his Knights here, and Green actually has the second armor upgrade, maybe not moving out too far. Honestly, I think maybe instead of focusing on red, maybe you can make a case to just finish off purple first instead of, you know, letting him rebuild and reboom. It's Mayans after all. They will reboom. And then, you know, instead of going after red, who is a lot stronger, right? Red actually has a large army too. I don't know. It's, maybe those first knights should have just gone to red. To purple, I mean, honestly. Especially now, because now red has crossbows. Will just add his own siege as soon as he sees a siege workshop. Maybe a castle is a possibility with Vietnamese. I would totally go for a castle. Although, maybe not. Maybe not this game, because look where the stones are. The stones be rolling, and they're rolling on the wrong side of the hill. So yeah, you don't want to. You can't take that stone right now. Alright, the second armor upgrade is finally in for green, so he can totally hang around here. The problem is, red can one-shot the knights now, because he's got 40 crossbows, and that is the magic number. In the meantime, we have yellow reinforcing purple, as purple is defending himself against teal, who moved forward on his own. Okay, purple now getting elite skirm upgrade and the crossbow upgrade, but not the botkin arrow upgrade, which is the more important upgrade, I should say. Meantime, we have green and blue pushing into red space. Way more archers still for... Actually, it's even archer numbers. As red is starting to take some losses there, though. Some villagers in harm's way. As the knights are now separated from the crossbows. That means that red could execute the knights now. That might have been worth the villager kills. Now blue has to break through now. And no, there's a hole! Oh, that's unfortunate. That villager could have been saved. I mean, the knights could even run away now. Still, the knight still is too far away from blue, so red getting some free kills here, which is good. In the meantime, oh, we missed a big fight. Okay, that's too big. That's too big. We need to see that. Hang on a second. Hang on just a second. No. We have pro caps race for a reason, so we can do stuff like that. This fight is too big to lose. So there you go. Teal moving out. Like I said, if you do that while your opponent has knights out with +2, that is a risk. And maybe, yeah, green should have been here to support teal, because teal now loses most of his army, and purple will be okay. He will be okay. I mean, teal's still far ahead in economy. Teal's going to add another town center, yes, but yeah. In the meantime, red is taking damage, right? He's 43 villagers for him, so he certainly took some damage there, but he's still alive for the time being. As long as he keeps his crossbow numbers up, that's kind of the important thing. Green though still insisting on sending knights this way, as blue is sending more reinforcements as well. Blue needs those reinforcements on the left side now though, because his army is getting clobbered, and red does have ballistics, which blue also has. I'm not sure if I don't think they have thumb ring just yet. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it right now. They fire quite slowly, don't they? Alright, well, blue, because he didn't reinforce, now loses most of their army, and red stays alive with more units, which is good. As yellow is sending his knights to the left now to help, and again, this red will be able to defend here, probably. In the meantime, it's actually purple who's moving out against teal, but I don't think that's a good idea. As you can see, he is quite behind in the numbers. And, of course, not just in the numbers, also in firepower, because Ethiopians are better. Like, if you're behind in numbers as Mayans, that's not a good sign. Not a good sign. Here comes yellow, though, going through a hole to snipe the siege. The ram will go down before it delivers a hit. And the mangonel will go down as well. And without green here to help, green right now is raiding yellow. Will definitely get some vill kills here, because there's a hole. Blue's gonna lose his entire army, so you tell me if that's worth it. A few villagers? A bunch of vills. Got like 4 kills, it's decent. Or blue's entire army. I'd say I'd prefer to kill blue's entire army, honestly. Alright then, well that forward from blue is gonna be cleaned up, and yeah, that's the thing. So now we used our early castellate, right, to push red. We did do damage, but not enough. Not enough. It's only a 7 villager difference. We could have killed purple, but we didn't do that. So now purple is actually 42 vills. He's, you know, just slowly catching up a little bit. Has some crossbows to defend himself, at least. How many crossbows does he have? Oh, come on. 17. Versus 28, though. Does have a tower. That's good. The tower was there for a while. As Teal says, okay, I'm going to skip purple. We're going to go somewhere else. Even better for purple. Now he doesn't have to worry about that. Alright, well, yellow should probably not donate some free knights, of course, on this side. I think yellow's probably paying attention to the left now, as red and yellow are hoping to push in. This is a dangerous situation for both teams, honestly. because blue is off a gold. He was almost out of gold too. Off a gold, out of gold. As the crossbows run right in. More crossbows could come forward, but green and teal are about to run right into yellow's base. Now yellow is going to have to defend himself on his own. Purple should probably send the crossbows to help here though. Now purple should send crossbows to help. Like send them this way and walk around and reinforce. Like you need that. Especially since yellow can't really defend himself with all his army right now because he's busy killing blue. And they're doing some damage. They're doing some damage. Again, good damage, forcing these villagers to run away, forcing Ville's idle time. This is all good. Problem is, now we've got an army in our base. Not good either. We have a panic DC on the gold on the front. That's good. We already have 3 town centers, so there's not a whole lot of places that teal at least can come. Yellow is sending his forces back now. Purple is on the way as well. And again, I think Clan Argentine are going to be able to defend this despite taking some losses. And at the end of the day, even with those losses, it's still 203 versus 219 villages. So it's not like Corp is so far ahead that I would say, oh, this is GG. If anything, blue is also taking a punishment right now. Blue's got 7 crossbows right now against, 48. This is why I said that maybe finishing off purple might have been the better play here. Because purple's in feudal age. Would have done nothing against knights, even without the upgrades. So, I don't know. Here comes yellow though. Yellow's got plenty of knights, 20 of them. Green's got 21 knights, but not all of those knights are here because some knights have been brought over here to deal with red, which he will, because red split up his forces, which in military terms is suicide. Here comes purple to try to help, and yeah, it's going to be a beautiful clear up here, and yellow is going to keep his 102 villagers alive. Talk about a Persian boom. Bam. Bam. It's a boom. Right, well, red loses that force. He's going to pull back with this force now, reinforced. Maybe wait for, just wait for purple to get his archers back into position. And yellow to either go to the right or to the left. And the question is, where should they go? Blue is the easy target, right? Blue is the easy target. Blue is down a lot of vills. Red is far ahead of blue right now. Has more military on the field as well at the moment. So if yellow and red go gang up on blue, that will work out well. It's also likely that green will indeed send his forces to the left to reinforce blue's position. As red is not paying attention. Okay, now he's paying attention. Maybe you should have just pulled back your archers a little bit further. We got 35, so we can definitely kill these knights. Yellow is sending his knights as well, but red is pulling back to his town center right now. Alright. We can also move against teal. Teal is the strongest archer player on the Corporation side. Has 92 villagers and is, thinking about imp, I think. Definitely boomed a lot. Alright, well, green is taking a trade right now. He knows if red gets to upgrade his units, if he is up to imp, or if red just has more units in general, then we're going to be in trouble as red sits in a choke point. Beautifully done by red, making sure that these knights can engage any of these crossbows. Now yellow is here, and green is just going to lose all his knights. And green, yeah, he's not going to click up anytime soon either, because he's producing, but it's just trickling in right now, and yellow's got more knights, and yellow is halfway up to imp. Ay. After all that punishment that Clan Argentine D took, they are still ahead. Isn't that crazy? Is that crazy, right? It is crazy. It's well defended. I'm gonna say there were certainly some tricky moments, most notably this one. But yeah, at this point, purple is fine. He's just happily running around. Could find some damage here in green's base and teal's base. I don't know. I mean, green is busy sending knights to the left, so he won't have time to defend himself. Teal does have 64 archers though, and Teal is on the way to Imperial Age, and he's massing his giant Arbalest army. That will move forward soon, and if Purple's army is over here, which now Green has axed his teammates like, yo, this is where the opponent is, see what Teal's gonna do. Teal's gonna reinforce. Good. Castle known for the Korean player, he's making war wagons. Yes! Let's go! Remember what I said? We might not see war wagons? Well, here you go. War wagons! Whoa! I love war wagons. They're a good unit. Not against organ guns, though. Organ guns destroy war wagons. I wonder what's better. War wagons or rattan archers? I think war wagons are the better unit. They have more HP, so that's going to help them there. 5 pierce armor, so they should still do pretty good. But then rattan archers take barely any damage, so I don't know. Anyway, Red is Xing this problem, or is at least seeing this. He's like, war wagons ahoy. Yep. In the meantime, we got a purple walking right into green's base. No fear, this man. No fear it is on this man. See where teal is. Teal's sending his archers back. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful. Because look at this. Where is his army going? Where is it going? It's going back. It's not hitting purple. So purple has all the time in the world to get the imp himself. To keep himself protected. Although, you don't want to take a fight on the hill here, though. Not against Ethiopian archers, purple. Don't take that fight. Look at those machine gun crossbows. Oh my god. Yeah, Steel's patrolling them. Making them walk back. Because of course they do. You think you look away for a second, but no. Oh, we have ourselves a Doubt Casteroo. War wagons dying to the Cavalier, obviously, as they tend to do. And it's a Doubt Castle. Alrighty then. As yellow and red are looking to punish blue even more. Alright, well, purple losing most of his army now, and teal still has his army alive, and that army will slowly start moving forward now, and I hope that that purple is ready for that. I think what we need here is guard towers. What we need here is going to imp. What we need here is something to defend ourselves. Depending on where teal goes. And teal's going to go... Oh, teal's going to go to the left. Interesting. Red's getting his upgrades, though. 20 seconds away. He needs his upgrades to fight this, though. Red's got 43, but teal's got 58. Holy crap. Red back up here a second. Okay, red now sees it. Has the upgrades as well. That's a lot of Arbalest, though. Don't get fooled by that small little ball. That's a lot of Arbalest. Enough to one-shot Cavalier. Look at that. Yellow, don't take the fight. Don't take the fight. Alright, no. Alright, well, we got a rainbow color bonanza on this side now. Yellow, at the same time, was sending Cavalier to the bottom side. As we have 101 Arbalest on the field. Holy moly. That's a lot of Arbalest. That's 2 full stack armies, essentially, on both sides. As Yellow's just donating his Cavalier. And what? What are we doing, Yellow? What are we doing? He's probably paying attention to something else. Now, the Arbalest are here. And because there's not a whole lot of villages in the town center, teal doesn't care about that. He's like, yeah, I can fight there. Now we've got fully upgraded Cavalier, though. The question is a Paladin coming in? That's the question. Let's have a look. Paladin on the way, for sure. Look at that. Look at those resources. Paladin is coming. Not something that I think the Frank player can afford anytime soon. He's got a lot of food, not a lot of gold, though. Alright, well, teal still being distracted by this down center is still good for purple. Right now, teal is carrying his team so hard right now. Like really, carrying the team. With 2 Arbalest armies on both sides. That's insanity right there. Purple's army finding himself in the middle of nowhere. And he was just about to upgrade them as well. Yeah, that's some free kills, of course. Free kills for teal, free kills for green. So yeah, best get away from that. Paladin on the way, though. Okay, yellow, just be patient here. Be patient. Just wait. Just wait. Paladin is coming in. Paladin will absolutely destroy the Arbalest. 1 minute and 44 seconds away. Oh, I like that. Some capped rams drawing fire from the Arbalest from teal, so he can't just patrol his units in anymore, because you need those rams, of course. You need to kill those rams first. So we have a giant fight on the hill. Here we go. This is the fight. Paladin coming in 40 seconds, but even without that, look how much HP yellow has. I mean, teal has a lot of archers, but not all of those archers are here. Still on the hill, doing a lot of damage there, though. But Paladin coming in 30 seconds, and that should come in just before this fight is over, I think. 22 seconds at the very least as well. Yeah, just taking a fight before Paladin. Look how many Cavalier have gone down. So teal definitely got his values worth. But Paladin is coming in. 3, 2, 1. Paladinos. Kabam. And now you're going to have to worry if you're teal. Because now you're going to have to deal with Paladins. And that's a whole different puppy after all. Cavalier is one thing. Paladins? That's crazy. Imperial Age as well for the Korean player on this side. So what are we going to do? More war wagons, it seems. Alright, we're gonna stick with war wagons. Elite war wagons, I presume. Alright, well, purple with the help of yellow now finally pushing forward. And poor teal made 100 Arbalest, now he only has 44. Team! Where's my team? I've heard a certain player say that once. At the end of the day, red losing a lot of his Arbalest as well. We've got some bombard cannons coming out now for red to start taking down these castles, which is what you want to be doing, because clearly blue wants to make war wagons. That's what blue wants to do. He's also going to go for some Halberdier now, if he can afford that. Blue actually has 120 vills, so he definitely did a great job booming. But Paladin in the eco, I don't think anyone will be happy seeing that. I don't think there's a single player in the world who says, oh yeah, I'd like to have Paladin in my economy. Yeah, I do it all the time, you know, just invite some Paladin over to destroy my vills. Yeah, it really gets me going, man. I don't think so. The only people that want Paladin in the economy is the person who is sending the Paladin. Alrighty. More Paladin going for it now for yellow, and more, well, villagers going to the middle of the map to take some extra resources. I mean, why not? We have sort of the military control at the moment, although on the right it is kind of strenuous. Green is sending in the Cavalier now, and purple doesn't have that many units on the field right now that he can easily take fights here. So we're going to need yellow to come in with some Paladins. Yeah, the Paladins on the way to help take a fight. Then that should stabilize things as well. Got some more cap rams taking down castles. We got bomber cannons. We got trebuchets. We got more castles now for red as he's slowly pushing into blue's base. Blue, of course, getting destroyed as well on this side. He's got a lot of villagers somehow still. Most of those are expanding to the right, so blue's not going to be able to really help a whole lot here. Green, though, trying to kill as many arbalists as he can, but yellow doing the same thing against teal. And my god, what a slugging match this is. This side is decisive. If purple can hold this side, it is looking really good for Clan Argentine D. But if teal and green can magically break through, then we have ourselves a game. This game's not over yet. I mean, we still have to get into trade, my god, if we're thinking about it. Well, teal's thinking about it, that's for sure. Yellow also thinking about it, as is red. Good. We need trade. Right now, though, we got lots of light cap from the Frank player. The Frank player also getting chivalry to make his stables work faster, so you can really ramp up that production. Meantime, blue has lost almost 50 villages in the last 5 minutes. That's crazy. Losing the front as well, and the trade is going to be really difficult for Corporation. They are kind of running out of space here. Ay. But they are at the same time gaining space on the left. And remember, I mean, it's not like our Clan Argentine is already trading on this side either. And it's not locked down whatsoever. No walls, no castles. So there's still a chance that teal can push this. And push hard, just like red is. Yes, a few war wagons. They're not elite yet, though. No, so they lack that punch that you need, you know, against Arbalest, which still do 3 damage to you. But my god, what a horde! Get good or get flood indeed on this side as well. That is a lot of light cap that green is making. I mean, I noted before that he had a lot of food, but my god, here comes the Frank army, alright. I guess until you get your trade up, you kind of have to do something. It's not like green has 1200 gold in the bank. Well, I guess he could totally go for Paladin then. Well, you can't really afford a whole lot of Paladin after that upgrade, that's for sure. Blue, unfortunately, still taking losses at 56 villages. It's not looking good for blue. They need to push purple right now. Purple is still at 91 villages, still defending himself with elite skirm, holding that hill. And as long as he is holding and doubtcastling, purple will still be okay. There's still a chance for Clan Argentine D to lose this, of course, if purple falls. But for now, things are still looking good for Clan Argentine D. That is, before the giant light cap army destroyed Red's army. Hold on just a second. Red just lost his entire army. There is no Arbalest on the field anymore for Red, and the light cap are coming. And Red's side is also not locked up, and the raids are just about to begin. Look at those lines, look at the queue, look at the light cap running into Yellow's town, killing villagers. What is going on? What is going on? Are you telling me that we are gonna switch right back into Corp's favor? Look at the military count. It's 70 versus 150. Clan Argentine wants to get trade up. There is a little bit of a lull in the fighting when you try to get trade up because you're investing a lot of gold in trade units. And suddenly, the military count for Clan Argentine is just not looking very healthy. This is looking very increasingly good for Corporation, actually. I mean, they're slowly evening out that Vil count, courtesy of the light cap raids for green here. I mean, red is stacking into Halberdier, which will certainly help there, but what we really need is an offensive unit. Arbalest, this is giving blue some time to adapt as well. Although, you know, yellow is still raiding him, so it's not like blue can really deal with this. He's just going to have to accept the fact that blue will have to probably move over here. Maybe try to get some trash units out. I think that's all that blue needs to be doing here. Just make trash. You can't afford Arbalest anyways. At the moment. Clearly, he can't afford 2-man saw. Wow. I guess that's good. If you have so many little villagers, you better get that efficiency up. Teal still slowly pushing through. Purple did manage to get that castle up, but as it went up, it will come crashing down. Kabam! Como andan los pomeleros? What does andan mean? Alright. It's just like attacks everywhere. Like, how do you keep up with this? Like, even the Persian player went for Halberdier. That's not a good sign. If the pocket goes not for cavalry but for Halberdiers, as he is slowly trying to get some paladins out. But there's just no military control at the moment. Corporation, they are just sending in everything. Now I hope that Green is paying attention to where his cavalry is going, because he can easily see some easy Vil kills, you know, in the middle of the map. Things you can definitely pay attention to. Meantime, Red is now going for the Halberdier raids. Let's go. Tink, 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 tink. Blue thought he was going to defend himself. Nope. Also walling around his farms now. Look at that cute little wall. Very cool. Corporation is getting closer in score. Look at the Vil count. It's only 50 apart now. But the military count is starting to even out a bit again. You know, we're starting to see some Hussar now from the Persian player, which is the unit that we needed. You know, the unit that we definitely needed. There's just so much going on right now, dealing with raids on this side, you know, trying to keep your right side secure. The trade is right here. I think Purple should definitely be walling this. Purple, this is when you want to wall, right? Because look, Teal's coming forward with some outposts. He's going to see that the trade is right there. He's going to go for it, trust me. As we have more light cav and Hussars duking it out in the left side of Blue's base. Well, actually, the right side of Blue's base, the left side of Green's base. And Green's economy is right there. He needs that food to keep the light cap pumping out. Problem is, I still don't see trades materializing for Corporation. They just don't have the space. They're just working with trash units. So they're on a clock. If they cannot push Clan Argentine back, the moment that Clan Argentine is full trade, you're screwed, right? Because you run out of gold, you won't be able to compete with the gold units that Clan Argentine will put on the field. And then you're just going to be in trouble. Yeah, this is such an even game though. I mean, you still have, you know, it's a revolving door game. This is what the very definition of it. On both sides, you know, both sides, a team member is dying. You know, Purple slightly dying to this right now. So you have a castle being dropped by Yellow just to try to protect this side, because Purple can't do it anymore. Purple now trying to expand to the left, trying to keep his Vil count above 80, which has already been a challenge. Doesn't have any military right now, and it's basically Yellow defending himself with some Hussars. But oh boy, let's get some kills. Okay, well, Yellow didn't react in time to the Vils there. Arbalet's coming out again for Red, as he is finally getting some gold income now from some trade cards. Not a whole lot, but still, any bit helps. Of course, Red and Yellow also took the middle golds, which is also nice, of course. As now Teal is going to take Yellow's gold. Wow, what's the irony of that? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Blue is down to 65 villages. He's still trying to reboom on the right, which is probably what he should have been doing in the first place anyway, since now most of his farming economy is once again dying, and that's a lot of investment. Look at that. Look how many farms that is. That's 28 farms. You do the math. That's over like 1,500 wood, something like that. That's my guess. My guesstimate. All right. Well, Teal's slowly pushing further and further into Purple's base, but the goal should be to push this way. Push this way to cut off the trade, especially for Corp. They need to stop Clan Argentine from trading. So I don't agree with Teal's army being here right now. I think you want to move this way. You want to move this way and cut off that trade, right? Especially since Red has he's 6 trade cards that are not doing anything. Oh, he just realized it. He just realized it finally. There you go. There you go. Now you're actually bringing in some gold. 110 gold to be precise. Alright, you got some Hussars now. Could snipe the siege, that's for sure. Yep, there you go. Yellow sees this. No, just passing. Alright, never mind. We don't need to build more cannon then. We don't have to kill that. That's fine. It's only an essential siege unit that Teal absolutely needs, but we don't need to kill that, right? Alrighty, we have a giant fight in the middle as well. Oh, here come the light cap spam. Look at that. Struggling to get through the choke points though, but once they do, overwhelming Red a little bit. But Red sending in enough Halberdiers maybe to make the difference. Yeah, it's only 22 light cap. The Arbalest should win that, but then more light cap coming in. Holy crap. The production from green has been insane. It's just this freaking choke point that is really not helping him. He kind of has to make a hole almost in the other side of the wall. Taking fights against Halberdiers is not good either. We need some pikemen from blue just to counter that. But blue is still really busy rebooming. And at that, blue is still further behind than purple is. But that's what it's all about. It's about which side is dying faster. And right now, green can't really join the front anymore because he's just defending himself against red at this point. And red is just happily defending this choke point. Which means that yellow has free hand to push the middle and to push against teal, who is now basically on his own pushing as much as he can. But you tell me how much that is. Wait. Oh! Wow, I thought the captures was going to crash there for a second. Oh boy. Thank God. That would have been awkward. Always makes me afraid to click things when there's a potential to crash. Bombard cannons now for teal, of course, do a lot better against trebuchets. You can snipe them, and teal finally going the right direction as well. He's trying to push across the middle of the map. Now, a few SRs here would be a good idea as well. But yeah, of course, you know that green is so busy trying to keep himself alive in the north. Like, look, he needs all those SRs. I mean, light cap, all of them, to try to stop red from pushing in here. Okay, red now finally moving out of the choke point. Green actually has an opportunity to take out the Arbalest. Let's go. Or not. Alright, well, we're just going to kill the Rams then. Halberdiers just trade so nicely against light cap. They just do so much freaking damage. 2 shots and they're almost dead, right? So, not looking too good as we have SAR still raiding blue. Poor blue. He can, the dude can't catch a break, can he? He just can't. How the tables have turned, man, in this game. Well, green's still holding on, but look at the numbers for green. Only at 34, and there's just too many halberdiers. Look at that. You can't keep up with that. Honestly, what you need here is throwing axemen, but green doesn't have any gold. Nothing. None whatsoever. So what does green make? He can only make light cap. That's it. That's all he can do. It all comes down to whether teal can push this with trash. And teal's going full trash as well. Teal has some gold in the bank. He actually has some villagers mining gold somewhere. So he has some gold income, but that's for siege, right? That's what you need for siege. As purple is still holding on, and that is the main difference, right? Clan Argentine D has one player who is certainly on the back foot. That's purple, right? And purple did a great job rebooming. But at least purple is still making military. He's still joining the fight. He's helping. Blue is not making a whole lot. He's making some hand cannons and skirmishers. He's finally starting to help a little bit, which is good. With some bomber cannons. Okay, now blue's going to help, but it already did so much damage to green, right? So much damage was done to green. So much terrain has been won by red as he's moving further and further forward. And red also has more trade, so... Ay. Is this game ever gonna end? It's starting to look like it, as Steel is getting pushed further and further back to his own castle, and that is not a good sign. That is not a good sign. You need to be pushing here, Steel. You need to be pushing forward. I've got some bomber cannons helping out, trying to shoot here. Imagine getting torsion engines now, if you could afford it, which probably not. Against the Mayan skirmishers, look at them throw their double projectiles. See that? It's like having double the number of skirmishers almost. Let's go! Kabam, kabam! Yeah, I mean, again, an even trade is good for purple. Purple just wants to trade evenly. It's all he wants to do. That's all he needs to do. Just even trade. It's fine. You know, as long as he keeps steel right here, is exactly what he needs to do. So yellow tries to get the bombard cannons. That's not a unit that you can use. It's too expensive. Don't let him kill it. No. One bomber cannon down. Nice snipe there for teal. Good stuff. Ay. Meantime, still a stalemate now. With blue helping is actually doing good job, doing a good job against red. Like finally now with blue there, right, with some Imperial 8 skirmishers, right, that is actually doing the trick. Right, and that's exactly what they needed here. But now, I mean, yellow is helping purple on this side, so I'm not seeing teal push this any further either. Teal is actually going to lose this position most likely. He's already pulling back the bombard cannons. Bombard cannons are getting sniped now. Aye. Teal's trying to snipe the capped rams here. He's gonna lose all his bombard cannons. That's such a huge loss for teal. That's such an important unit. So expensive as well. Yeah, you just noticed it as well, but no. More units streaming forward as well. Luckily, Fort Green is still heavily defended with walls. You know, it's still such a challenge for them to break through, but there's so little space for Corporation. They are getting pushed back further and further and further and further and further. And, you know, at some point, you're just going to run out of space, and your opponent will have gold units. Look at the trade. 28 gold cards now for yellow, 18 for red, 13 for purple. That's enough trade to get some gold units out. We get Siege Ram now for purple, because he's probably, you know, doesn't really need to spend his food a whole lot. Switching into Eagles, I love it. If you have the gold for it, let's do it. At this point, you would destroy everything. Eagles destroy Light Gap, they destroy the skirmishers. It's difficult. Here comes Green to help, though. For the first time in a while, Green can actually join this side and help and clean up these skirmishes, which is probably a good idea as well. You know, Blank's Light Cap doing good, and yeah, Purple is definitely losing some military there, but Purple, of course, was switching into something else anyway, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Now, Green not being on the left, though, means that, oh boy, we got ourselves some Cap Ram breaking through, and Green hasn't noticed that just yet. Otherwise, he would definitely snipe that Bombard Cannon. That's for sure. And now, yeah, red and green, yellow can run their units right through there instead of this choke point, which is where blue's units are right now. And blue's definitely doing a good job holding on, just like purple is. But it all comes down to the trade. If Corporation cannot stop Clan Argentine from trading, they can't win this game. Like they can't. But they have double the military. Double the military. Once again, Clan Argentine's kind of slacking in those military numbers. And Green is just producing so many Light Gap, man. I must see the KD after this game. It's crazy. But look at that. A few Paladin make all the difference in the world. Some Halberdier as well. And that's the thing. They have nothing against Paladin. They just don't. They don't have Arbalest. They can't fight it with skirmishers. They can't fight it with Light Gap. And all you have is your own Halberdier, which I don't think Green is tapped into right now. Nor can he afford that either. Look at the food, the wood. He can't afford that. So it's too late now. We really need blue. If someone is gonna make Halberdier, it has to be blue. Or at least, or maybe if Teal sends some Halberdier to the front. But again, if Teal does that, he loses his front. So it's double whammy. You just can't win wherever you send your units here. And the more Paladins come out, the worse it's gonna get. The worse it is going to get. And we're already looking at yellow producing more and more Paladins now. Something that green could never do. Ever. It's not going to happen. He doesn't have the gold for it. Ever. Can't even start trade right now. Green is still trying to trade as much as he can, but there's few Halberdier making that almost impossible. We have, well, I mean, blue is taking out some buildings, but I don't think red cares so much about it. When you have 9,000 wood, rebuilding buildings is not that big of a deal, is it? Now, I think blue needs to be over here and help green, because green right now is just stuck. Stuck sending in as many cavalry as he can, but look at the military count. It's evened out again, as green has lost most of his military. Really, the person with the most military in the field right now is, well, I mean, Teal has 104 military, which is crazy. He's single-handedly keeping this front alive, but trash. Trash, trash, and more trash. He's so close to the trade, too. He's so close. It's right there. You can see it. You can smell it, but he can't touch it. Can't touch it. As, green trying to get the bombard cannon. That is the right target. Or not. No, kill it. Kill it. There you go. Blue finally sending in some reinforcements now to deal with the Halberdier, which is kind of what we needed anyways. Just a few paladins just clean up all of this. And all those bombard cannons as well, which is an... Wait, no, hang on a second. Where are the bombard cannons? Oh, the bombard cannons snuck away. They snuck away. They're alive. But I mean, if they fire a shot here, yellow's gonna know that, and then he's gonna die anyways. How long can green hold on? How long can he hold on with 105 villagers, no trade, and very little food in the bank? He's going to run out of light cap very soon. He's got some wood to maybe replenish a few farms, but he has got 90 villagers on food just to keep up with the production. 90. Hera would be proud. But once you run out of wood, that's it. And the same thing is for Teal. As you can see, he's got a lot of food, but lacking the wood to continue to produce here. And he's still not able to pass this killing field. The death of many men who has fought here, you know, has been written into history. Imagine if bodies stayed. This would be such a massacre. I wonder if there's a mod for that. I bet there is. Alright, we got Imperial Skirmisher now for red, which of course is the better unit, as we have teal. I mean, green sending his units to the front to save the bombard cannons. The bombard cannons being chased right now by red, because blue cannot afford to make those again. Not that those bombard cannons were doing a whole lot at the moment. Teal still is trying to push through. The final push. 4 bombard cannons are right here, but here come the Eagles. No! Ah, Teal is so close. And now the Eagles are coming, and a few Eagles are going to destroy everything. The bonus versus siege, the fact that they destroy halberdier and skirmishers. And yeah, without this army, now Teal, he's not going to be able to come back from this. There's just no way. Paladin here as well. The bombard cannons will die. Without the bombard cannons, you cannot push the castle. Without pushing the castle, you cannot stop the trade. And if you cannot stop the trade, then this game will go to Clan Argentine D. At this point, I don't see it anymore. Look at the military count. It's less for Clan Argentine, for Corp. That's not good. We see red pushing further and further into green's base. Has Arbalest as well. Which will die to the skirmishers, true. But, I mean, then yellow just sends some paladins. Siege ramp going forward as well. If teal's not pushing his side, there is no hope anymore. He's still trying. He's still trying. Sending in whatever trash he can. Still desperately clinging on to life here. Cling on to life. You know, these Eagle Warriors aren't even fully upgraded, but it doesn't matter. They still kill everything. They have El Dorado too, so a lot of HP on them as well. If the bombard cannons are taking down this castle, and that is a central castle. This is the linchpin that Kingpin just destroyed. You know, that allows them to run right into green's food economy. And without this food economy, green is not going to be able to make any light cap anymore. We got some raids in the back of blue's base as well. The back of the Corporation base. It is starting to look like a GG moment here. When purple and yellow finally are pushing back. Raids notwithstanding. You know, green did such a good job producing. Teal did such a good job pushing. Blue, I mean, at the end, he did help with the defense, you know. But man, they just weren't able. They weren't able to deliver that final blow to purple. And it all comes back to that time that I said maybe killing purple early would, you know, maybe be a good idea. I bet they regret that decision right now, not to kill purple early, instead to try to go for red. I mean, red certainly was an imposing player. Like, look at the map. Like, look how far red has expanded. But at the end of the day, as red made a cavalry archer, because why not? One bomber cannon going down. At the end of the day, though, it is trade that won Clan Argentine the game, because now they can produce whatever they want. They can produce paladins, they can produce arbalest, they can produce siege rams, onagers, all the good stuff. And you're just not going to be able to hold that. You know, one siege ram takes, what, how many shots to kill for a skirmisher? 270. Right? It takes so long. There you go. The GG is called. Teal calling the GG first, of course. And there you have it. The end of the first game. Clan Argentine D takes the first game of the series. But my god, what a game it was. This was a really good game. This is one for the books, as they would say. Yeah, both teams played it so well, and I mean, I knew both of these teams were good teams, but putting them both together and fireworks happened. Did you see it? Did you see this explode on the screen? This was awesome. I really enjoyed that one. And my god, I mean, did Corporation hold on or what? Like, I mean, blue died really, like, I mean, not really quickly, but by minute 40, blue was kind of dead there. And blue died multiple times, had to reboot multiple times. And honestly, I think that's where the difference was, because purple also took damage. Ooh, Pasha, how you doing, man? How you doing? Just in time to see the end screen for this awesome match. I mean, purple was also on the back foot, really was, for most of this game. But I think them deciding not to finish off purple was a mistake. Instead, they went for red, and that didn't do anything. They weren't able to break through the defenses. Red defended really well. I think if green and teal had just ganged up on purple early on and just finished them off, then he would have been in a position like blue, but then earlier on, right, which is even worse. So, who knows, right? Who knows? At the end of the day, the fact that purple was able to hold together with yellow, and purple was defending himself, right, instead of over here, where green was defending the left side, and blue wasn't able to really defend until later in the game, which definitely allowed them to take out a lot more space, right? Blue lost his entire base, so no trade, and that's the difference right there. Look at that. We got trade going on, we got castles everywhere, defenses were up. And despite the raids from green, despite the push from teal, they weren't able to push this back. If blue was able to defend the left side, right, against red, then green can send his cavalry forward and can stop purple from making imperial skirmishers, right, or actually just skirmishers. I think purple forgot about the imperial skirmisher upgrade that he gets because he has a Vietnamese teammate. I think that might have changed this game. If CORP had been able to push into the trade, then it evens stuff out again. And CORP was definitely better at producing military. But at the end of the day, we have made it to the end. Now, of course, I bet you guys really want to see, what is the KD? Well, there you go. Feast your eyes on this. 1,160 kills for yellow. Holy crap. 1,000 kills for red. 675 kills for purple. 1,161 kills for teal, with the most kills for him. Holy crap, but he did lose 1,100 units as well. 937 kills for green, lost over 1,000 units as well. And then blue, of course, didn't fight as much. As you can see, his military production was a lot worse, of course. And that's the difference. Look at that. 788 military produced by purple, only 387 by blue, right? So that's the difference right there. Purple could defend his side on his own with a little bit of help from yellow, freeing yellow up to go to the front. On the other side, blue couldn't defend his side, so green had to do it, so green couldn't go to the front. That's the difference right there. And honestly, with how strong the push from teal was, I think if green had been allowed to go to the front, this game might have looked a lot different. At this point in time, economy doesn't really matter, but my god, that's quite the economy there for yellow. And look at the trade profit as well, 16,000. Kabam. Very good. Also, slinging, I love this, slinging purple to keep him alive, right? That's good. They did the same thing with blue a little bit, but not the same. Like, this explains why purple was able to boom back like he did, because yellow just sent all the resources to purple. Good stuff. Now that is teamwork right there. Is that they were slinging teal to make his push stronger. I mean, that's a strategy as well, right? Push him, and I guess blue was actually the one slinging them all. So blue, instead of trying to boom back into an army, he just started with slinging his teammates, which again is a strategy, but long term it doesn't really work out usually. All right, let's have a look at the APM. The fastest player here was green with 65 APM. Very nice. Wow, crazy game. Crazy game, but only one team, of course, can win each game. That's kind of how this game works. There is no such thing as a tie in Age of Empires, unless everyone just kind of, unless like your game these things. I guess that's the best tie that I can think of, because no one wins then. But yeah, there's no neutral anything. Alrighty, now. Not too fear though, because given the level of play in this set, I'm fairly certain that VirgoCupAOE can probably clap back on their home map, which is, I have to cheat because I forgot, because this game is super long. It was Dry River. Alrighty. Dry River will be the home map, and oh my god, that can be a long match as well. Oh my god. Oh boy. Alright, you guys ready? Let's go. There you go, load capture rate. Boom, perfecto. Alrighty, let me change some colors. Bleak, there you go, perfect. Ready? Let's go. Right, so we have gone to Dry River, which of course is named after the Dry River, the titular river in the middle of the map, which has a lot of food in it. How much, you ask? Over 400,000. I'd show you, but I did last series, so it's okay. So yeah, that's important, isn't it? This is the home map for Corporation, who have now gone to the other colors. Damn it! Changing colors on me again, haven't you? Naughty, naughty, naughty. Alright, it's okay. At least we noticed before, like halfway through the set, which is always awkward. Alright, in the red we've got Anakin playing as the Magyars. Alright. In the purple we have Robledo Frias playing as the Huns. Alright. And then in the yellow, we've got Japanese Fakitsa. Okay, well, most of the civilizations we did see coming on this map. This makes sense. You know, the question, of course, is what everyone is going to be doing. We'll talk about it. Ponga huevos Nicomonte. I'm not sure what that means. Not sure what that means, but that doesn't matter. Wait, huevos. Does that mean eggs? Right? Huh. Alright, well, in any case. In the deal, we've got people playing as the Byzantines. Oh, interesting. I thought Byzantines would have been for Glaciar. That was my guess, but there you go. Teutons for Shadow here in the green, that's fine. And then in the purple, we have a Kirito coming in for Clan Argentine playing as the Saracens. Alright. Much better civilizations for Corp. Yeah, I'd say. Let's talk about it, right? So, this map is all about the fish in the middle. It's all about the fish in the middle, and then also defending your fish with military, right? You can't really fortify this easily. You'd have to tower everything, and even then, it's not really safe. You just need to produce a lot. On the other hand, you can also wall up your base fairly easily, as you can see. Kind of team wall on both sides, kind of like that and like that. As you can see, Green already thinking about that. That's an early wall off, already telling us what they are planning to do here. They want to be a bit more defensive then. We'll talk about that. Now, since it is about the fish, you need to have good aggressive civilizations. Magyars, of course, right up there with the aggressive civilizations. I expect them to go for knights, scouts, things like that. Probably not going to go fast castle. That would be my guess. You know, we'll see. Let's see. 3 villages on wood. Nah, that's not fast castle. That's going to be scouts, and he should go for scouts. As for Huns, right? Huns have 2 options here. They can go for cavalry or for cavalry archers. Cavalry archers are discounted. And cavalry is just good. You know, knights are fine. The thing also that Huns really help you with here is the fact that your stables now produce faster for the entire team. Right? It's like the Britain's bonus, but then for stables. So this applies to red as well. So you can get a lot more military out easily, which is nice. Then we have Japanese. Now, Japanese could technically go for knights as well in the castles, but I don't think that's what they're planning to do. I think instead, Japanese can either go for arbalest, that's an option, or cavalry archers. Yeah. Cavalry archers are actually fully upgraded for... You get all the upgrades for Japanese. So you can totally go for CA if you want to. You don't get a lot of bonuses for them, though. That's the downside. But you can. On a map as open as this, sometimes having cavalry archers is not the worst idea. But my guess is that probably we'll have arbalest or knights from yellow, and we'll just see cavalry archers or even a knight opening from purple here. On the other side, we have the civilizations for Clan Argentine, and let's not lose our villager there. Even with Loom, it's still scary. Okay, nice save. All right, Saracens, I'm okay with. Saracens are a pretty decent civ, right? Like if it comes to your opponents having walls and you have to break through, then with Saracen archers you can do that fairly easily. You can also go for camels, by the way, which have more HP. So that's still certainly an option as well. Also, the fact that you have the market, you can definitely go for some crazy uptimes. Then we have Teutons. Now, I talked about Teutons last game. I don't like Teutons on this map. And there's 2 reasons for that. There's 2 things that Teutons have going for them. Well, one thing they have going for them, and the other thing that is kind of their biggest weakness. Let's start with the weakness. The weakness is open maps. It's maps where your opponent can run away from you because you don't have husbandry. So if your opponent goes for cavalry archers, the Teuton knights are going to do absolutely nothing, right? It's just a hard counter, really. Like, Teutons need to force fight somewhere, but there's so much space here. You can't force fight anywhere unless you go into someone else's town, right? So if you get your knights over here, that's kind of the situation where they shine with their extra melee armor. So what do they have going for them? Now, normally, Teutons have an awesome economy because you have cheaper farms, so you can get a lot of farms out. You need less villages on wood, so more villas on farms equals better economy. It's that simple. However, that's only if everyone else also has to make a lot of farms. But guess what? Everyone else is going to fish. They're going to, supplement their farms, which they might not even make a whole lot of, with fish, which gather faster. It's free. Basically, you just need a mill. Wall it in, defend it, and you're fine, right? So all things being equal, the Teuton player, if he's going to go for a lot of farms, is actually investing more wooden farms than their opponents are, which is why I don't like Teutons on this map. It's an open map, pretty much. Lots of flat space to run away from your opponent, and your farms actually don't help you a whole lot until your opponent starts making a lot of farms, which they might not do, because again, lots of fish. So there you go. That's my reasoning. We have men-at-arms now from the Japanese player. No surprises there. The Japanese player, they can't help themselves, can they? Well, it's fine. Right, lots of walling there, actually, as... Oh, a bit of a miscommunication here between teal and green, as green is walling up the front, and teal's walling up the back. Well, there you go. Alright then. Well, teal is Byzantines. I don't like Byzantines here either. But not because I don't like Byzantines, because I would have preferred Byzantines on another map, Glaciar, which has water, where you can go for fire galleys, which are stronger. Also, there is one choke point to defend, which Byzantines are really good at. So again, those two things combined, again, I don't like Byzantines here either. I think Byzantines and Teutons would have been better on Glaciar, honestly. Now, I can be proven wrong here. I have been proven wrong many times. You know, it's a lot of the caster. You get proven wrong lots of times. But I would definitely agree with Pasha here in chat that CORP Russia has the better civilizations. Which I guess is good news for them, because they need to win this match if they want to continue in the series. Otherwise, they will be out. Alright, here we go. Men-at-Arms now. Question is, what is Clan Argentine going to do? I think green is probably going to pass castle this. No surprises there. Don't think blue and teal could pull that off, though. Here come the men-at-arms for the Japanese player, though. They attack faster, making it the most dangerous men-at-arm rush in the game, by far, I'd say. You know, closely followed by... I think Celts are pretty strong as well, because the faster speed really helps you there, chasing down vills. Magyar's pretty good as well, getting the attack upgrade. Just like Burmese, they get free attack, though. It's not an attack upgrade. Bulgarian's pretty good, because you get you get it for free, basically, the men-at-arm upgrade. Ethiopians get it basically for free. What else we got? Oh yeah, Goths, because cheaper. But I prefer Japanese. It's just crazy. And teal knows the reputation of the Japanese player. And my god, the scouts come in from the left side as well. And teal is pushed off a fish. That's a lot of food that you will not be getting now. So yeah, that's a good start there for purple and for yellow. And it's again good to go aggressive here. Now, yellow's making archers. This was to be expected. Those archers are going forward now, which will make it very difficult for teal to wall behind, which is actually still open on this side. Wow. Alright, well, I have a double wall here. That is an awkward wall. Look at that. Yeah, you make a picture of that. Take a screenshot of that and be like, oh, that is a very awkward wall indeed. That's one of those pictures, but I'm actually collecting a series of like screenshots of Age of Empires of like weird situations, right? And like where you look at the picture and you're like, how did this happen, right? Like that. As they are attacking the one palisade wall they should not be attacking, because you can't break through on this wall. Come on, you guys. Like, look, you can't break. I know it looks like a hole. You can't break through though. Do I know the elo of these players? No. But they're mid elos, like, so at least they used to be between 2k and 2k3, right? That used to be the cutoff point. Now they're probably not. My guess is they're probably between 1300 and 1500 and 1600-ish elo. I think they're I think 1700 elo is the highest 1v1 elo in the B category, I think. I think if you go above that, it gets into category A territory. Alrighty, well, we have a tower attempt now for teal, but no, the men-at-arms are in, the scouts are in, the archers are in, and teal is probably not very happy about this. Teal is making archers to defend himself, but yeah, not good. And of course, because green decided to go with the castlates, he's not making any military right now either, so he can't even come to his friend's aid. As teal is just getting clobbered at the moment. Red trying to break through as well, has to break through 2 layers of walls. I think might as well just run around, right? Teal's going to try to wall this up again. But yellow's like, nope. Oh, he says, nope, that means don't wall this off, right? I know Japanese, that's what that means. No. Alright, we have teal trying to get the walls up, but purple is here to help his buddy get in and join the party, because red felt very left out. Red was like, I want to join the party too. Let me in, Holmes. There you go. Yeah, it's not looking so good, is it, for teal? My god, they played so well last game. The defense was so good from Clan Argentine. But again, Fefo, who also got clobbered last game, is again kind of on a back foot in the early game. Like, early game's not really a strong suit, that's clear. Late game play was good. The defense was good. But the early game, I remember, was not good for Fefo back then either. And it's not good now either. As purple and red can now just run all the way around. We have green now going for some more town centers. He's making some farms. I mean, I guess if you're going to get pushed off a fish, being Teutons is probably a best case scenario then. Because at the very least you get cheaper farms, which is neat. But at the end of the day, loads of scouts running around, and they are on the way to green now, who is making spearmen because he needs to defend himself soon. Town center in the middle. Oh no, not there. Why? Ah, bad DC. No, that's so far away from the fish. Why not here? You know the terrain, man. That's not where the fish is. That's where the alligators are. Ah, I don't like that. Alright, well, scouts are slowly chipping away at the knight's armor. I mean, they can technically kill knights, but look how many scouts have gone down just to kill 2 knights there. So yeah, I think it's better to just run away now. Oh, as purple sees a villager, he's like, oh, look at the vill. I want it. I want it. Oh. Boop. There you go. Nice. Spearman going down, and now it's Lightcap. That's a whole different story, by the way. Lightcap can actually kill knights in large numbers. There you go. And green's first knights are being fed to the devils. Red devils. Well, if it continues to go like this game might actually not be that long, because right now Corporación are just getting rolled. Oh, we've got some skirmishers now for the Byzantine player. Probably not the unit that he imagined himself going for, you know, since skirmishers suck. But there you go. Well, Yellow just trying to find some damage still with some archers, but I mean, it's fine. It's totally fine. Got archers at home. Probably will continue with crossbows. I mean, that would be my guess. Question is, what is purple going to do? Let's see. Purple made stables. Oh yeah, it's going to be knights. 3 stables. Again, just because the hunt player can make cheap cavalry archers doesn't mean that you need to go for cavalry archers. I think in this position, given how far ahead Corp are... Did I say that Corp is losing? It's Clan Argentine that are getting clobbered. My bad. See, that's because of the colors. It's just confusing. You can't do this. Castles aren't the smartest people, you know. You need to give us a break. You know, if you change colors, we get confused easily. Yeah. Nah, I'm just joking. I can't speak for other casters. I think most of them are very intelligent people indeed. Alright, we still got these archers being very annoying, even denying the market for now. Something that Teal kind of needs because he wants to buy his way up to the next stage and is not going to. An archer going down, and my god, Yellow's being so annoying with these archers. He's being so freaking annoying. It's crazy. 1 archer. This archer could still kill stuff. I mean, not anymore now. It's a crossbow now. Wow. I don't know how they got to... I never understand... How does this work in Age of Empires, right? You upgrade your units and they immediately have their gear. Like, how did this crossbow, because it became a crossbow, right? How did he get his crossbow, over here? Like, through enemy territory, through walls. I guess we'll never know. Alright, here comes purple with some knights. And now you're working with skirmishers in the feudalates. And if things are just going to go from bad to worse... Steel's just going to have to defend himself now against the knights, which will get into your base sooner rather than later. I mean, into your woodline, I mean. You got Red not messing around here. Red's like, you know what? We're going to besiege your town. Your town. And here's the mangonel. Bam! On the villagers. And no monastery for you. Red is not happy about that. He's like, no monastery for you. That's not allowed. There you go. Blue just deletes it because he doesn't want to lose the wood. And now you're under siege. Ay. This is not looking like the game for Clan Argentine, is it? It really isn't. Yellow is back with more crossbows. Teal's losing villagers left and right. He's down to 21 vills. Honestly, I think this game's kind of over. I think we are most certainly going to go to a 3rd game. That's my bet at least. I mean, I look at that. Like, more villages dying. You're down to 15 villages. If you're looking at that like Teal. I mean, he died like that last time, but at least it was more than 20 vills that he still had left. Now it's 14. That's not something you can come back from. And also, you need to keep the walls up, which he won't be able to do right now. Walling it in, that's good. Sacrificing a vill, nice quick wall. Boom. Pro player. Alright, well, we did get to see that. A little bit of redemption for Fefo. We'll take it. In the meantime, our town center is dying, and that's a lot of villagers that Blue's gonna lose. It's gotta be the GG moment, right? There's no way. No way, Jose, as they say. Alright, 1 conversion coming in for... Yep, 1 conversion coming in. Alright, Blue has 1 knight now. Awesome. as we are just defending ourselves with pikemen. Nope, nope. I think if I were this team, right, I would look at the score. I would look at our position. I would probably say, screw this. We'll just win on our own home map, right? You know what? Instead of getting frustrated now, let's just, take a moment to breathe. We'll step back from Age of Empires for a second, and we'll go into the third game, the third match, all refreshed on our own home map, and then destroy Corporation AOE on that map. That's what I would say, at least, if I were Clan Argentine D. Because honestly, if you're looking at this position, I don't see it. Like, there's just no way. I mean, Teal's in Feudal Age, like, still, and there's still holes. There's still knights running around this base. Green is defending himself against knights and crossbows with just some knights, which, yeah, Teuton knights do well against other knights, but they don't do particularly well against archers, especially since they're slow. And then there is blue, and blue is about to die. Oh my god. This might be the biggest slaughter since that slaughter in an earlier Glaciato game where 58 villagers were almost going to get killed by Paladin. Well, it's similar now. Ay. Nah, nope. Yeah, there you go. The GG's called. I mean, they played on way longer than I thought they would, but my god. It is time to nope our way out of this place. With blue also getting clobbered now, it is over. The second game goes to, Corporation. There you go. And we have ourselves a series. Let's go. Of course, as a caster, I am partial to good play and long series, so what can I say? GG, well played indeed, and well played they did. Corporation, they played well last game, but they just, I don't know, like they had some bad luck here and there, some, a few decisions that were kind of questionable. None of that this time around. They just played perfectly. Went to the fish, got their boom going. Look at that. Look at how many farms the Magia player has. Look. Do you see it? Do you see how many farms there are? None. Not a single one. Why would you? You got fish. And that's what I'm saying. See? Look what the Teuton player had to invest in. 20 farms. It's like, what is it, 47 wood per farm or something? That's still like 800 wood, right? 800 wood that he has to invest in farms, where Red just invest 275 wood plus 2 mills. Right, there's like 475 wood plus a town center, and you're fine. That's what I mean. That's why I don't think Teutons are a great civilization on this map. I mean, if you're going to be cut off a fish, then probably better than most, yes. But that's the thing. You don't want to be cut off a fish. Ideally, you keep your fish alive. That's kind of the way to go on this map, for sure. Now, unfortunately, Teal, of course, ended up dying this time again. But this time, because his buddy went past castle, there were no scouts to save him. And he took a lot of damage there. Yeah, and again, yellow and purple played perfectly there with some knights. I love that purple did not go for cavalry archers. I think knights were the better unit here. You needed a power unit to end the game fast. Cavalry archers do well in large numbers, but they don't push buildings well, right? Knights can do that. Knights can run other TCs, they can snipe vills and things like that. Cavalry archers are great if you're actually dealing with enemy army, if you're sniping vills left and right, but we were already ahead in the vill count. We didn't need a vill sniping machine. We needed a machine. We needed the knight. The medieval tank. That's what we needed. Yeah. And we are just going to go to the third and final game. But before we do, let's have a look at the statisticos. There you go. 32. Ooh, Zergua. How you doing, my man? The prince is back. You bet your ass I'm back. Hell yeah. Just in time to see the final thrilling conclusion to the series between Corporation AOE and Clan Argentine D. And I have no idea who's going to win this. Honest to God. But my god, did Corp play well this game. Look at that. Look at the KDs. Look at the difference. And there you go. That is domination. I should say that, because a certain Spanish streamer always says that. Domination, huh? There you go. Economy-wise, yeah, the economy behind that was really good. And look at that. Look at the food count. Look at the food count. Fish, farms. There you go. Case closed. Looking at the economy. Yeah, but except for yellow, everyone was ahead in the Corporation team, so good booms for them as well. It was all looking well. It was the perfect game, man. Getting ready for the semifinals tonight. Ooh, good luck with that, my man. Good luck. Who are you playing? Well, I get the third game ready. Let's see. We're gonna go to the home map now for Clan Argentine D, which is oh, Glaciar, of course. Oh boy. Well, the thing is, I liked Corporation's civilizations better on last map. Let's see how it's gonna be on Glaciar. Alright, if you guys are ready, I'm gonna queue up the game. Get started. Alrighty. There we go. Bam! The thrilling conclusion to the set between Clan Argentine D and Corporation. Are you guys ready? I certainly am as well. Let's introduce our players. We'll start with Clan Argentine, who are still in the odd colors this time around. This is their home map. Blue, we've got Kirito playing as the Italians. Love it. In the green, we've got Lithuanians for Kingpin. I like that as well. And in the teal, we have Spanish for Shadow. Yeah, Spanish had to be somewhere, and here they are. Alrighty then. Now, personally, I would have switched around blue and teal and put Spanish here, personally, because you're going to build a castle anyway, so you're going to be defending your side. But again, that's just personal preference. I think either side could work, although Italians are the better water sip, and I don't think blue is going to be able to invest a whole lot in water now, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. In purple, we have Kitsa playing as the Portuguese. Love it. That's good for water. In the yellow, we've got Nico Monte playing as the Berbers. Again, love it. Good for water. And in the red, we've got Anakin playing as the Khmer. Honestly, these civilizations, pretty evenly matched. You could make a case for either side here. Honestly, we'll talk about that. Let's first have a look at the map, just in case you have lived under a rock for the past year and don't know what Glaciar is. Glaciar, of course, is this map. It is a glacier in the south, which is the only land bridge between the two teams, which melted into an icy river filled with fish, which there's a good amount of fish there, but I wouldn't say game-winning fish. Let me just click one. Let me just show you how much fish there is. There you go, 20,000. That is I go up the imp faster kind of food, but not like I conquer this so I win kind of food, right? Not like an islands game or anything like that. So again, I think most teams usually do prioritize fighting for water. In some cases they don't. Sometimes they decide not to fight for water whatsoever. In most cases they do. And I think that's totally justifiable because you need that water in order to get a good imp timing. Now blue is already walling up his map before a lumber camp. That's really early. This tells me that they want to go for water, right? Blue's job here is to hold the line, and blue doesn't just want to go hold the line. He probably also wants to join himself on water at some point. He's not going to be able to afford a dock now, but he's keeping his scout here as well. Now, red might decide to send ask for his teammates scouts as well, but they're probably still busy and pushing in hunt. So I guess blue will get these walls up. I don't see red denying this. All right. Now, you can fight for water. You could totally go YOLO on land as well. You don't have to. But I don't think that red is going to go YOLO on land. For one, he's also walling himself right now, though he waited for his lumber camp, so he's a bit later at that. But if your opponent doesn't go forward with scouts, you should be okay. No loom, though. That's kind of risky. Okay. So, now that we know kind of what the teams are going to be going for here, they're probably going to dock. Well, definitely going to dock. They're going to fight for water. The question is, are red and blue going to join the fray? The fact that blue is already walled right now makes me think that yes, he also wants to join the fray. He wants to get a dock up as soon as he can and join in the fight. And at that, if the Italian player can actually join, that would be very nice, of course, for... Oh, damn it! I forgot that. Okay, that's smiley, that's category B. That's what that is. It's category cool, you see. That's why I had to make it a cool smiley. That's because it's B and then a bracket. And I keep forgetting that's what happens then. Kind of funny. Whoops. I'm sorry. No, it's not like... Category C is cool too. I mean, it's category C for cool, right? And then we have category awesome, right? I can't help it. It's Twitch's fault. I didn't do it. Alright, well, green taking some damage on his scout. Not the worst thing in the world here, honestly, because it's not like you really need to scout your opponent to know where they are. It's usually the same kind of position, honestly. Alright, well, blue got his walls up. Now he should probably wall behind with houses. That's important. And is he going to get a dock up? That's the question. Probably at some point. He will need it, though, because, honestly, he doesn't have the food right now to click up to the next stage because he did not build a mill. And now he's going to build a dock right here. Don't build it right there. Build it here. Build it here. Build it here. No, no. Don't build the dock there. Blue, don't do it. Blue, don't build the dock there. I implore you, don't put it right there. Put it here. Right there. Right next to the fish. Much better. Yes. Yes. Thank God. No. No. Don't force it. No. Why? Blue! You can see the fact. You can see it. You know that there's a hill here. You know that there's land here. Why? That's gonna be really. It's gonna be really inefficient fishing. Oh boy. Oh well. There we go. Damn you, Blue. Ooh, Blue forgot about his boar, or he didn't find his boar early on. I mean, he spent a lot of time not scouting. He was kind of protecting his villager on this side, so that makes sense. It does delay his uptime, which is not good. I don't know if that's worth it. You know, you got your walls up, but look at that. Red's on the way to feudalage, and Blue's not. So Red will have the advantage here, so we'll see. Anyway, we didn't really talk about the water civs yet. Lithuanians on water are... okay, they're just generic, right? They get most of the upgrades, I think. You get Bracer, so there's that. But it's not like anything special. Spanish on water are a lot better, I think. They get all the upgrades. They get really good cannon galleons, actually. But for the rest, again, not that I would say, oh yeah, they're like that much better, right, than anyone else. Which leaves us with Portuguese and Berbers, which honestly are the better water civs. What can I say? They are, in my opinion, the better water civs here. Portuguese, of course, have more HP on their ships. That's, of course, a clear bonus. Berbers have faster moving ships, so you can actually run away with your galleys really easily. I love this strategy of getting 2 galleys out, right? And just going forward immediately, right? And snipe your opponent's fish right now. Hopefully Yellow's going to do that. Looks like he is going to do that. Does he know where the opponent is? No, he doesn't. Well, I'll have to find it. He's going to run right into the fish, though. I love this. This is exactly what you want to be doing. Your ships are faster. No one can catch up to you. I like it. Look how slow these ships are. Look at it. And we have 157. It's faster than a knight. There you go. Oh boy, but Yellow doesn't know what green is, and green didn't see Yellow, so that's unfortunate. Blue is docked. Could lose his fishing ships. Oh wow, Yellow could find those. That's good stuff. Yeah, Red could scout that actually and confirm that Blue is in fact fishing. Got some walls going up. Yellow is on the way here though. Blue's sneaky dock about to pay off. Well, I mean, it's sneaky. I don't know if it's going to pay off. If Yellow doesn't find it, that is. Let's see. Yellow's scouting. Also, how you doing, Varus, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Who would think he's on shorefish? No one, right? But, no, it doesn't pay off. Nope, it doesn't pay off. There you go. Nope. Not paying off. Ah, poor Italian player. Still in Dark Age, too. He needed those fishing ships bad. Alright, we got some scouts coming forward now from, from purple and red. But red just went fast castle, as he should. As he should. If your opponent walls up like this, you're not going to get any aggression against you. And if you're not going to help out on water, then you should go fast castle. That's a good approach to take, I should say. Alright, it's Fire Galley v Fire Galley, but you gotta favor the Portuguese Fire Galley having more HP, 10 in fact, which definitely helps you in a one-on-one fight. Then coupled with Yellow kind of helping as well, should be a better fight for Purple and Yellow here. Again, I think Yellow and Purple do have the better civilizations on water. But I wonder how much investment Green and Teal are going to do here, if they're going to switch to land. Because again, we're working with Spanish, which is kind of telling you one thing, right? Like, what do you think Spanish want to do? What do Spanish want to do? Well, in general, Spanish kind of like to go for conquistadors, which is probably the better unit here. Which is also why I thought Spanish would be better as the flank position, right? So that the Italian player could join on water with the cheaper dock tags, really helping you out there. And then in the same time, you got Spanish versus Khmer, which Spanish early on are really strong if you get conquistadors out. Just wall up, fast castle, bam, done. I don't know. Anyway, Castlane's coming in now for red, and blue is not going to get to Castlanes anytime soon. Losing his fish is already one thing, but his economy wasn't geared up for fast castle either. Yeah, it was geared up for, you know, an attempt at trying to dock, taking a shorefish, but that's not going to happen either. Alright, Yellow losing a bunch of fishing ships. Only one fishing ship left for Yellow. I don't think he made a whole lot, actually. Neither did Purple, only made 2. So yeah, they didn't really commit to fishing at all, actually. Instead, I guess they're just going to go for some farms. Now, that will delay their Castle Age time. That's a guarantee, right? The person with the most fishing ships will get up to Castle Age faster. That's kind of how that works. And don't forget that sweet trade bonus for the late game. Oh, yes, you are right. Spanish do have that sweet trade bonus. I forgot to mention that. And that, of course, is really good in a map like this, where you will most likely get to trade on land. Right? Which will certainly be really good for the Spanish team. Thing is, getting the late game, that's kind of a problem. Alrighty, alrighty. Well, purple now with the tanky Portuguese fire galleys. Teal did spot that, and Teal made a motley group of units. Let's see what's better, full fire galley or half and half. Well, I mean, half and half is better if purple doesn't respond to this. Purple, is he gonna fight? No, he's just gonna run. Okay, purple is out of here. Purple is out of here. Yellow isn't anywhere near him to help, so I guess purple is like, you know, discretion is the better part of valor, right? So we'll just run away to fight another day. We have a transport ship. Ooh, I know what that's for. That's for these knights. There you go. Because red doesn't have a dock, and to invest in knights, no bueno. And here you have blue. He's, you know, dutifully walling up his base. Look at the stone walls. He's so happy. He's like, yes! We are all gonna be fine now. Our people will be safe. No one can touch us. Dum dum dum. Here come the transport ships. Only room for 5 though, but there's room enough for these knights. There you go. And let's go. Before that though, we have a giant fight in the middle, and purple and yellow are dominating right now. Teal's... Oh, but see what happened here. Because you have fire galleys and galleys, they split up. And look what happened. The fire galleys all in this giant line, forcing the galleys to go way back to the back of the line. And that's why purple got a lot of kills. And now Teal is going to lose his fishes again as well. Corp is dominating here as well, honestly. Look at the score. And now, here come the knights. And blue knows nothing about this. He assumes that he's completely safe. 3, 2, 1. Da, 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 da. Here come the Khmer knights. No one saw these coming. Yep, and now blue's probably going to X that and say, like, guys, I'm in feudal age, and there's knights here. I don't have anything to deal with that. And he's right. He doesn't have anything to deal with that. Look, they were banking on having a safe base, right? That's why he put farms all the way out here. That's why he was safe. And now there's knights in your base, and this one knight can kill all these villagers because freaking knights. At the same time, purple and yellow are also winning water, which means that green and teal can't even defend blue against this. I think blue not going to water is a big mistake. Like, if you're not going to be able to get at the castle age, you need to have your own military here to defend yourself against precisely this. Right? And now it's not looking good for Clan Argentine D again. Oh my god. I have friends that love to go Spanish as flank in Black Forest. He walls a lot and starts making trade cards as soon as he reaches castle so he can get a sick amount of gold. To this day, he has never won a game with that strategy. And yet he still tries. My god, what a trooper. It's almost like going for a naked trade boom is kind of risky. Oh man, it pains me to see blue die like this, but blue can't do anything. He's on the way to castle age, and that's all he can do as more and more knights are being transported, ferried around his beautiful walls. Is it GG? That's the question. I mean, I don't think they're gonna resign just yet. I don't think so, because for one, they just lost water, so they'll probably switch to land economy anyways right now. But it's also the last game, right? Like, you have to keep playing here. You have to try everything you can just to try to hold on. But it's not like it's looking pretty, as both sides are just losing villages by the dozens here. 33 villagers for green now. He's taking even more losses than blue was. And blue's got 35 villagers still. It is only the castle age, but still. And now also losing water is a double whammy, because now you lost your fish as well. At least green is about to lose his fish. Now the best thing that maybe green could do is indeed try to snipe your opponent's fish, but guess what? There's nothing to snipe. There's just nothing to snipe. That's the worst thing. You can't even punish your opponent or just try to sneak some kills. You can't. Aye. Yeah. Klein Argentine, they had a plan for Glaciar, but so did Corp, and Corp's plan worked out better. It just ended up working better, and I think it just going back to the fact that blue was just too passive. You get your walls up and then we do nothing, right? We didn't go to water, we didn't go fast castle if you could, which was already difficult enough because blue kind of torpedoes his economy trying to get the walls up. You got a castle now. Now I like that. Some Genoese Expo might definitely help you here. As here comes red, sees the castle now. Nice gates there from blue though. Walls in the vills. That castle will go up. I don't think that can't be denied anymore. Another gate. Gate. Oh, nice. A house. Oh, the villager messed it up. Oh, you damn Phil. Why are you so stupid? So stupid. Oh, do I need to build it in the middle of the foundation? No, you sit around the edges. You Dumbass. Dumb. You should have died. You deserve to die. Dumb. Darwinism, baby. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's alright. He got the castle up. It's fine. But imagine if the castle had gotten denied because that woman, right? It was like, oh no, I'm gonna stand in the middle of the foundation to build it. Villagers are such idiots sometimes. It pisses me off to no end how dumb villagers are sometimes. Maybe should have built that castle near the shoreline to try to stop the landings. That would have been another thing. True. The only problem is that knights are still coming in there. So if you do that, red will most certainly see it. I'm not sure if that would have gone up. But yeah, it would have been the better castle for sure. Hey. Oh, the home map. Oh yeah, it was Dry River. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that. Thanks, Pasha. That was a pretty good game as well. CORP played really well on that map. Oh man, oh man. Okay, we got some Conquistadors coming out. Now, Conquistadors are an awesome unit if you can get some numbers out, of course. In small numbers, though, they can still kill knights. You do need missing some upgrades, though. We need bloodlines and stuff like that, obviously. And blue just needs to stabilize with some Genoese Expo. He's actually stabilizing by running away. Alright, heroically running to the left. Got it. Now, of course, still, red can only get in through transportation, right? As I'm wondering, are they going to land? That's the question. Are they going to land, or are they just going to boom? Because, I mean, yellow can just get his economy rolling, purple can get his economy rolling. You know, everything is smooth sailing right now for Corporation. But if you look at the Vil count, they're actually not that far ahead. So I wouldn't say that this is game ending just yet. Now that Klein Argentine is also going to go to land, they will actually be able to counter the knights from red, at least. You know, you'd say so. 4 knights versus 3, as you can see, even though the HP is the same, having more knights leads to more DPS, so yeah. There you go, but with the reinforcements, with the Conquistadors, this will even out. Now you're in a difficult spot as Klein Argentine, right? For one, your entire shoreline is being bombarded, so any resource that is close to the shoreline is forfeit. And luckily for Klein Argentine, it's only some stone. Wow, that is lucky, because normally there's always gold next to the shoreline as well. I'm not seeing any. That doesn't mean, though, that you're safe, right? There will be landings. It's likely that your opponent will land you. This is very likely to happen. So if you're planning to push out across the middle, you have to always keep in mind the possibility that your opponent will land your shorelines, right? This will be in the back of Klein Argentine's mind as well. But they kind of need to push across the middle. It's the only way to go. I mean, either that, or you try to drop a castle on the shoreline and try to get back on water. But I don't think that purple and yellow are going to let you do that. Also, again, they have the better civs, right? If this was the Italian player right here, Teal, and Teal decided, you know, oh, I'm Italians, I got pushed off of water, but you know what, I'll just drop a castle and then we're going to go back to water. That is totally fine. I've seen that actually work out for the Italian player. The problem is that the Italian player is now right on the front. He's not going to be able to afford any ships whatsoever. It's going to be Genoese Expomen going forward now, which are the nice counter against the Khmer cavalry. So I guess there's that. All right. Well, we got Teal cleaning up some units here. Demo ship. Come on. Ah, boo. Another transport ship now for purple, and here we go, some villagers. So we are going to land, and it's good for Corporation to not wait too long. You know, you want to dictate the pace of the game. Purple is in the Imperial Age, red is on the way, yellow will soon click up, I'm sure. Teal's on the way as well, blue's not going to get the Imperial Age anytime soon, and green, depending on how much he produces, which right now, probably not. There you go. Barracks going up now. Portuguese player will get some stuff out. I wonder what unity we're going to go for here. I bet he forgot to build the barracks at home. Want to bet? Yeah, see? So he forgot to build the barracks. Classic gaff, right? Like, because you don't want to have to build the barracks if you're not going to make any barracks units forward anyways. Because it just gives it away to your opponent that you're there. Right, like green has now been able to see this for a second, and the first archer range isn't up yet. So right now, a bunch of knights could stop this before it even gets out of hand. Why you don't want to have to build a barracks as well if you're not using it. If you're an Italians player or Italians teammate and you're going to go for condottieros, by all means build barracks forward. See, this is what I mean. Look, we didn't even get the crossbow upgrade. Ah, purple. And now they know what you're planning to do. Right, they're gonna be watching for this for sure. One monk can stop these villagers from building as well. Yeah, just click, 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 click. Click them all. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wow. All right, the villager got converted. It was like, okay, I joined your side now. And all the yellow ships were like, you what, mate? Bam, shut him down. Holy crap. That's some overkill. All right. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you're gonna land, be prepared, right? I mean, that the Arbalest thing is not even in. We don't even have, you know, I think chemistry is also not in yet. You kind of want to get those upgrades before you land, right? I think Purple just kind of got excited. He was like, yeah, we're gonna land. And he got here and was like, all right, I'm gonna build my archery range. And then he couldn't because he didn't build his barracks yet. Berbers don't have the building for Imp. Uh-oh. Yep, there you go. Didn't have the building for Imp, and there you go. So you had to panic build a university, and now you can click up. Alright, well that slightly delays Yellow, but again, because Corporation is so far ahead now, I'd say militarily and position-wise, not economy-wise, actually. If you look at the Vil count, it's actually dead even. So again, like I said, winning water is not winning this map. It really isn't. But it sure is giving you a lot of free economy on water that can't be raided, right? So I would go for fish traps at this point, right? Because it's so far away. Maybe Berbers, because they have faster fishing ships, it's okay. But I would just switch into fish traps at this point. Now, what this landing is doing, it's keeping green and teal busy, right? Like, they're busy defending themselves against this right now, which means they're not paying attention to the right. They're also not pushing that way. And blue, because he is only now going up to Imp, which luckily for him is cheaper, he can actually maybe help a little bit. As once more, knights land the shores, as they have before, you know. But this time there is actually defenses for blue. He's got some Genoese Expos with ballistics, so you will be able to kill those knights. So yeah, red will not want to fight those. He's like, no thanks, mate. I'm just going to go somewhere else. I think a good place to be for red is here. Especially since purple just got this Arbalest ejected. Alright. Alright, it's Cavalier now for red, but yeah, these Genoese Expo should be doing really well. Look at that. There's 9 Expos, almost 3-shotting, almost 2-shotting a Cavalier there. With the final armor upgrade? Yep, with the final armor upgrade. You'd love to see some Ballista Elephants. Well, you're gonna see elephants, right? You're gonna see elephants. I don't think red's gonna go for Ballista Elephants, unfortunately. Man, I'd love to see Ballista Elephants too. Me too. I'm right there with you, but I don't think we're going to get to see them. We are getting to see some raids, and oh, if red finds the wood line, if red finds the wood line, red, find the wood line, the wood line, the wood line, the wood line. Ah, red, wrong way, wood line. Ah, he could have killed so much. So much. Look how many villages that is. That's 45, that's almost 50 villages right there. And you bet your ass that those Cavalier would have been able to kill everything. Oh, red's going to sacrifice his Cavalier to kill the Trebuchet and kill the Mangonel. But yeah, that's the end of the landing for now. So we're just gonna land somewhere else. And guess what? That's also not working out. Well, the landings for Corporation have been a problem. I think at this point you kind of need to sneak a landing. But guess what? Teal is aware of that. That's why you build an outpost there, just to make sure that that doesn't happen. I like this though. Some bombard towers. That's good. That's good. Now let's break through the walls here. Get busy killing blue, because blue is still holding on. He's getting elite Genoese Expomen right now. That's what he's going to defend himself with. Which are an insane unit, by the way. Which is an insane unit, I mean. I love Genoese Expomen. And Genoese Expomen will absolutely shred Ballista Elephant. No, I mean normal battle elephants. So, but that's what these elite skirmishers are for, because we're Berbers, so that's what we make. Man, Berbers are so scared of Genoese Expomen, you know, it's like they're a cavalry civ and they just can't make anything. Well, guess what? You can actually make something. You have fully upgraded champions as Berbers. Not that you need to be making that right now, but, you know, you have them. Thought you'd like to know. It's a unit you can make. I'm always surprised by that, because I see Berbers as like a cavalry civ, so therefore they shouldn't have the best infantry. And then they have fully upgraded champions. Which is fairly nice. If your opponent decides to go full halberdier against you, you can completely punish that. Talking about punish, here come the Hussars to deal with this landing. And if you kill the villagers, you kill the landing. That is how it works. And there you go. The villas are dead and the landing is over. There you go. So far, landings have been very unsuccessful. Purple has been trying to land everywhere, but he hasn't gotten a single landing to stick. Which, of course, is a difficult thing to do. I mean, not getting them to stick. Alright, Chimera Battle Elephants, which have the Tusk Swords upgrade that gives you extra attack. You can actually still get the final attack upgrade, giving you a total of, what, 21 attack on your elephant, which is very strong. But again, they still die to this, right? I think the Spanish player should just switch into cavalry, which is what he is doing. He's switching into paladin right now, which is a good unit to have. But oh boy, can they hold on? There's not a lot of paladins out right now as Yellow just runs right in, and the elite skirmishers are going to kill these Genoese Expo men. You know, which you need to keep those alive to kill Red. But oh my god, Blue is just getting overrun. Doesn't have the numbers right now. As Red and Yellow, if the landings didn't work, then the attack on land is working. And everyone is here, all three. And once again, Clan Argentine and Corporacion are locked in a titanic struggle in Imperial Age. Who's gonna hold on this time? There's no two fronts, it's just one front this time around. There's nowhere to run. This is it. You have to push if you want to win. Unless Purple is gonna go for a landing again, which I don't think he's gonna. I think Purple is done with that. I think Purple is just gonna switch over here. Spanish paladins being sent to their deaths. You know, just shot down by the Arbalest, destroyed by elephants. Ay. Not a lot of units on the field for Blue, and he needs these castles. He needs these castles to produce expos. He needs the expos to defend himself against the elephants. You don't get help with the after all as Italians, so you kind of need this. You need this. Is Blue gonna be able to hold though? I just don't see it. Who's trying to produce right now, but that castle is about to go down. We've got more and more cavalry being sent in by Green and by Teal. But is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? I think also that the Lithuanian player didn't gather any relics on the front, so he actually just has generic cavaliers with less attack, right? That's terrible. So much military dying right now for Clan Arc. It's 150 military for Corp. Same amount of villagers, while they have more vills actually, Clan Argentine D does, but they don't have as much military. They don't have position anymore either. If you want to trade, you want to have that sweet Spanish trade bonus, that's just not going to apply anymore, as we have tons of Chonka boys running into town. Ay. Yeah, it's just a difficult combination to kill this. You know, the elephants are just such a great meat shield. Look at that. Look how much HP they have. It's crazy. Arbalest behind, almost impossible to kill. And then elite skirms to deal with the Genoese Expo. Like Corporacion, they knew what they could expect from their opponents, and they prepared accordingly. And there's just nothing that Clan Arc can do about it. They're just trying their best. Trying their best to spam in whatever they can, hoping to maybe push this back. But without a giant ball of Genoese Expo men, they're not going to be able to kill this. It's just too many elephants. And if the second castle goes down, then no more Genoese Expo men. Nope, that will go down. And with that castle going down, there will be no trade. There will be no trade for Clan Argentine D, at least not the whole way. They'll have to trade a little bit further back, which of course is not as good. Mind you, there's also still another landing going on over here, but again, Teal has been doing a great job dealing with that, like, honestly. Or tealing with that. Yeah, landings haven't been successful, but the push across Blue's base has. And with the bomber towers, I know it's a cheesy strategy, you know, it's kind of mean, because it's hard to deal with, but it does the trick. It really does. Ay. I like the monk play as well from Green. He's been converting some of these battle elephants, but when there's this many on the field, you need a lot of conversions for that to even out again. Oh man. Oh man. Still more villages for Clan Argentine, but they're still so far behind in military. They just can't kill this death ball. This death ball is impossible to kill for them. And if you can't kill the death ball here, the further it goes, the worse it gets for you. As Blue's economy is mostly dead, and Glaciar is not exactly a map where you can easily reboom in the corner on the other side. There's not that much space. You know, if you have water, sure, but right now there's just no space whatsoever. Blue can't go anywhere. This is it. End of the line. We even have some light cap. Right. Purple is actually making light cap. Fantastic. Wow. Oh boy, oh boy. Slowly but surely they're breaking through. And all those bomber towers are making it impossible for Blue to ever get trade up over here. And Blue, he's switching it to Pikeman right now. He has to. There's nothing else he can do, but Pikeman absolutely died at Elephant still. They just don't have the HP and the armor. That's kind of the problem. Down center will go down, and more Chonka boys are coming to the front. 44 elephants on the field right now for the Khmer player. And there you go. The GG is called. Good luck next. Thank you for the sportsmanship. I appreciate that. There you have it. Corporación reverse sweeping Clan Argentine. And what a set this was. Wow. What a good set this was. Really was. My God. But what a heartbreaking moment too. You know, you play so well, you've qualified for the elimination stage, and then you still have to leave in the first round of 8. It's always painful to see, but someone has to go. It is an elimination stage match after all. And yeah, Corporación deservedly winning here. You know, twice they bested Clan Argentine D. Once on their own home map, and now on the home map from Clan Argentine. They played so well. Man, everyone played well, honestly, in this series. Especially the first game was legendary. An hour and a half long? Hell yeah. It was a great series so far. Definitely, if you haven't seen all the games, I would definitely recommend watching them back. But yeah, in this game, I mean, for one, I did warn at the start that I thought that the civilizations for purple and yellow are better on water, Portuguese and Berbers, especially if Italians are going to be used on the front here instead of where I would have put them here in teal, and I put the Spanish player here. I think that would have been a lot better. I'll tell you why I think that decision already kind of doomed Clan Argentine a little bit. Spanish are okay on water, right? Cannon galleons are cool, but that's Imperial Age stuff. You're not going to get to that early on, right? So it's early on, Italians are the better water civ, no doubt about it, right? They have better uptimes because of the cheaper aging up, meaning they get that power spike earlier. They're much stronger on water. Like Portuguese, Italians is always a really even game matchup. The problem is if you put Blue here as Italians, then he's not going to be able to invest in water because you're investing in all these freaking walls, right? You're not going to be able to afford that whatsoever. So you're basically down one potential player on water. Now, Blue also got clobbered on land because he wasn't making anything on land to defend himself against the aggression from Red. And that ended up dooming his side, really, because Blue just fell so far behind. Then the other thing is that the Spanish player got kicked off of water, and then your conquistadors have to go all the way over here to try to get through land. But guess what? Red had already occupied most of this land. So this is why I would say put the Spanish player here. Spanish player just walls up, goes fast castle, right? Even if you lose your fish, it's fine. Drop a castle, start controlling the middle of the map with conquistadors. This is important as well because then the Lithuanian player can gather the relics, right? Knights versus conquistadors. Conquistadors win that early on, right? Early on, conquistadors absolutely destroy everything. So then you can keep Red on the back foot, right? So Red is busy with you. Red is also not going to be able to invest in fish like he has now. In the meantime, you have Italians and Lithuanians versus Berbers and Portuguese, which is a more fair matchup, I should say, right? And even if you then lose water, you can still come back on, using the Italians' faster uptime. Just get a castle down, drop some docks again, and just try again for water, right? I think that would have been the better strategy here. Because now, basically, Corporación won water, got free hand to just land wherever they wanted. Even if the landings did nothing, they did distract green and teal for long enough for Red to get a winning position over here. And then, yeah, you just destroy on this side, boom. I mean, you're already ahead anyways, and then it just gets much worse. That would be my takeaway from this game. Again, doesn't mean that the Italians can't work here. I think if you actually go for a castle immediately and just try to go forward with Genoese X-Woman against Knights, you will do pretty well. But that Blue was very defensive, and he didn't have any navy to defend himself from landing. So yeah, there you go. All right, let's have a look at them statistics. Very good for purple. Yeah, that was to be expected. Did good on water, and of course the Bombard Tower certainly helped some matters as well with Arbalest as well. Red with the Chonka boys got lots of kills, and yellow got lots of kills as well. Yeah, the KDs were not pretty for Clan Argentine because they were just sending in units to their deaths. No mass whatsoever, so you couldn't hold that death ball really, and that was just a problem. If you look, the army highs just higher for Corporación. Economy-wise, yeah, economies were fairly even, really were. But the military count, that was the problem. All right, let's have a look at society. As you can see, look, the economies. It's not like anyone was behind. Look, Clan Argentine was even arguably ahead in the Vil count most of the time. But they didn't have the military to defend it. That's the problem. All right, let's have a look at. It's not like CORP really fished a whole lot. Like you can see the amount of fishing ships here. As you can see, not like a whole lot of fishing ships. It didn't like fish boom like crazy. But again, every bit helps. And last but not least, who is the fastest player? It was Kitza. Alrighty, Pizza. Alrighty. Well, I'd like to say congratulations to CORP for winning the series and moving on to the quarterfinals. Of course, good luck next time for Clan Argentine D. They both played like beasts. This was a very enjoyable series to cast, and I thank you for that. GG.